Hello, this is Father Michael Nasser coming to you live from St. Nicholas Orthodox Church here in Grand Rapids, Michigan for this week's Midweek Reflection. And today I'm talking about something that's going to happen, actually, God willing, tonight. Kind of historic. We're going to have, if all goes well, the first launch of an all-civilian crew going to space. In other words, there's a capsule going up. It's a Crew Dragon capsule. There are 4 civilians. None of them are trained astronauts. 2 of them happen to be pilots, but really they're not astronauts. But they're going to go up and they're going to spend 3 days in space. It's a nice story. It's called Inspiration 4. Google it. You can watch the launch tonight. But why am I talking about it? Because we're going to send 4 people up into space that have not a career training in going to space. But if you think that we just sort of pulled them out and, they won a contest and they paid for their seat and all the rest, and it's okay, get on the rocket, that's not true. Since their selection many, many months ago, they have been in intense training. Even though they're riding a spaceship, a capsule, that is normally completely autonomous. In other words, they don't have to steer the ship. It runs itself. We're still not going to send them up without training. Why? Because it doesn't make any sense. We don't do anything in life, hopefully, that we're not trained to do. We don't send our kids, put them behind the wheel without driver's training. Hopefully you go on a job, you've got on-the-job training and skills development that you go through, classes, whatever. We do training for everything if we're smart. So why is it then that somehow, when we look at our Christian faith, training becomes optional? I think everyone agree, Sunday school, church school is a good thing. We send the kids, and for about, 10, 12 years, whatever, they get, if they're lucky, 45 minutes on a Sunday for 9 months out of the year. What's the quality of that? How much they're getting? Whole other question. And then we go, okay, you're done. And priests like me, we put on Bible studies and other classes. And we get a few people, and it's great when we do, but let's face it, the overwhelming majority of even our own parishioners don't sense the need. Why? Because they don't think they need training. We all need training. I don't care if you're going up into a spaceship that can fly itself. You never know. Things go wrong. There are things unexpected come along, unexpected situations, conditions. Just to do the tasks that you have to do. They've got to figure out how to live in this capsule for the next 3 days. They had to go through training. How do you eat? How do you go to the bathroom? All of those things have to be learned. In the Christian life, how is it going to be any different? The Christian life, living a life devoted to Christ, is the most important thing any of us do. More important than going to space, more important than the jobs we do, even more important, if you can imagine, than being parents. And yet somehow we think, again, training is optional. It's got to stop. We've got to realize we need training. So when we have Bible studies, when we have inquirers classes and catechism classes and adult study classes, retreats, I want to encourage everyone to really rethink how important in your own mind you think your training is for your spiritual life. You might think you know it all. Believe me, none of us do. I've been a priest for over a quarter century. 3 years of theological education. I'm barely scratched the surface. We all need training. I'm signed up for a clergy retreat next month. I'm going to go and spend, 5, 6, 8 hours listening to a speaker. Why? Because I have more training I have to do. Every day, hopefully, I'm getting up and I'm studying my Bible. I'm reading the Fathers. I'm reading those who are trainers of those who want to live the Christian life. So, I hope all of us can recommit to training just like we do in every aspect of our life, but recommit to it in our Christian living. When you've got a Bible study schedule like we have here tomorrow morning, if you're a parishioner of St. Nicholas, come for it. You can't come because you're at work, download it. You're going to see that all of our files are uploaded on the website. You can listen to it on your commute, way back and forth to work, or on a trip. When you can show up at an evening like tonight, we've got family night. We've got classes and activities for the entire family. And I hope we're going to see a lot of you there because, let's face it, we all need more training. And one of our best trainings is being together. Just like this crew of Inspiration 4, they're training together, they're working on their camaraderie. We do the same thing in the church. We do it we study, and we do it all together. So hopefully we can all recommit ourselves to training in the spiritual life. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you can share it with some friends on your social media platforms. And God willing, we'll see you in next week's video.